What's up, everybody? Thanks for dropping in. My name's Dylan, and today we're going to talk about how to recognize cheating and disinterest in a relationship. So, cheating is one of the worst things that can possibly happen to somebody, and it's really a terrible, scummy thing to do. But there are some signs that it might be going on, and I'd like to talk about them because I've been cheated on before, and wasn't something that I realized was happening, and so it's something that I feel needs to be talked about. So let's get right into those signs that your significant other might be cheating on you. One of the big things to recognize is whether or not there are outside factors that are playing a big role in this person's life and how they might be acting. Because I don't want people to hear these tips and then read into it too much and think, oh, I haven't really heard from my boyfriend today. I wonder if he's cheating on me. It's been 4 hours. He's probably with another girl. Because that's just a whole level of obsessiveness and manipulation that way goes past what I'm trying to talk about here. I'm trying to talk about cheating and disinterest. I always think that the best thing to do whenever there's a conflict in a relationship is to talk about it. Communication is everything, and being able to voice your concerns to a partner who's open-minded and willing to listen is everything, and that's how you have successful relationships. If you think that your partner's cheating on you, I'm gonna urge you to bring that up with them and talk to them about it. But consider some other things before you accuse your partner of cheating. Consider if there's, an event in their life that's causing them to be stressed. Did they get laid off from work? You're probably going to know if that happened, so consider that if they're acting differently. Maybe it's something with mental illness. Maybe they're struggling with depression or anxiety, or something else is going on mentally that is making them behave a little differently. Or maybe they're just having a really tough time in their life. There's a lot of stress. Maybe you're married and you just had a kid, or maybe you lost a member of the family. There's something going on that's bothering that other person outside of, what could be labeled as cheating. And it sounds crazy to think of those things and think, well, how can you think that those things are related to cheating? Well, you're going to respond pretty similarly if those events happen to you as if you're cheating. You're going to be not as responsive. You might be preoccupied with other things. If you usually text back or call and you haven't been doing much of that lately, it might be a sign that, oh, there's some cheating going on. But, that's not always the case, and that's why I wanted to preface by saying those things. So if you think that you recognize cheating, please, before talking about it, consider what else it could be. Because you don't want to bring that up and then be in this awkward situation. Really be sure that you think something fishy is going on. Besides your partner not being responsive, another sign is if they're not as affectionate. And I'm not talking about whether or not they show PDA, because some couples just aren't into that. I'm talking about whether or not they're able to still be intimate with you and it's the same as it was before. If they're having an affair with another person, then there's a lot of affection and feeling going to them. They're thinking about that person, and they're trying their best to hide that from you. So if they're not as affectionate around you, and again, this might be something that has to do with an outside force, it might not be cheating, but it's a big sign. If they're not showing affection to you, if there's typically something you do, like a kiss goodbye, or a kiss when you see them, and that's not happening, or they're just not willing to, they're not willing to, do it with you anymore, it's probably a good sign. Yeah. So, be on the lookout for that. That's a big one. Another sign, and this one is super cliche, but it's so true, is that they're overprotective. And they're not just overprotective of their phone. They're overprotective about their events that are going on in their life that don't involve you. They might be, hanging out with different people and don't want you to know. So they're trying to be more private, secretive, and protective of their personal life. And now, I've said this in past videos, everyone's entitled to their privacy, even in marriage. But think about it. You should know, if you've been with your partner long enough, what they're used to talking about and what they're used to keeping a secret. If they're hanging out with a whole new group of friends but don't want to talk about it, then that might be a really bad sign. Maybe they don't love who those friends are that they're hanging out with. Maybe they're just hanging out with them to, go out and have a good time and get drunk and not be with you. And that's a different problem, but it might not be a problem at all, but it's a different situation if that's happening. But it also might be that those friends are the friends of the person they're cheating on you with. So that could be a sign. Those three things are huge. If they're not as affectionate to you, if they're not as responsive or as attentive in the relationship, and if they're being overprotective. Those three things, be on the lookout for those. And if all three of those are happening at once, there's a pretty good sign that that person is cheating on you. So thank you for watching. Those are my tips. Again, super quick video, but just wanted to get that out there. It is something that, happened to me at one point in time, and so in retrospect, those were some of the big reasons that should have tipped me off what was going on. So thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you're all enjoying your relationships if you're in them, and if you're single and looking, good luck to you. And make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I post every Wednesday and Saturday, and I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you.